Alright guys, BLM here, we're back with more Assassin's Creed Odyssey. We just finished episode 1 of Legacy of the First Blade, so let's continue on to episode 2 of Legacy of the First Blade, which I guess we gotta do by going to our ship. So let's do that. Well, let's pay off our bounty for one. Then let's go here. So yeah. Episode 1 on the, replaying it again, I think it's slightly better than I was thinking when making my review recently, but I also think it's worse than I thought when I first played it. But either way, episode 2 here, from what I remember and everything, like, I think it's the worst, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, episode 1 took us pretty much exactly an hour and a half to complete, because I mean the actual video, like if you add up all times for those 3 videos, it adds up to an hour and 41 minutes. However, I wasted the first 12 minutes of the first episode doing random shit, so, and trying to get to the location, so it's like by the time we take out all of that, okay, so now we find them on whatever, okay, but yeah, by the time we finish, I take that out, it's an hour and 29 minutes, so, yeah, and that episode 1 was the longest one, from what I remember. It's the one that took us the longest amount of time to finish. So, wait, Akia, right? Yeah, Akia. Should be here. Oh, it's over here, shit. Do we not have, okay, cool. We don't have a good fast travel point. Alright. So let's do this. Yeah, I'm probably going to record... Actually, this might be the last episode for today. I might do one more. For this afternoon, I mean. But yeah, we should be able to get through most of episode 2. If we do 2 episodes, and then... it matters, I don't know. Recently I've been getting tired earlier, I've been noticing. I don't know why. But then I've been getting up earlier, but if I can stay up long enough to record for like 2 hours tonight, we should be able to actually finish this today. But we'll see. Okay. Okay, well that was something. I mean not available. Okay. Why aren't you going that way? Okay, fuck off. Oh my god, the follow road sucks in this game. I mean, it sucks in Odyssey too, but whatever. Or Odyssey, I mean Origins. Fuck. Well, this is taking forever. Okay, maybe this is why if we were going that way. Maybe it was right this time. Okay, yeah, fuck off. Alright, let's just do follow road, fuck it. So yeah, I still want to do that ranking of all the Assassin's Creed game video. I don't know when I'm gonna do it though. It'll probably be sometime, at least after we play AC3 remaster. To be honest, this next week would be like a perfect time to work on it, considering it's my spring break. I have nothing really going on during this next week, but probably won't, just because I feel like it. Yeah, I want to wait until after I replay 3, because I feel like 3 is the one that I really need to reevaluate the most. 3 and 1. To be honest, 3 and 1 are 2 that I haven't played in the longest time. but either way. Again, the tough thing about Assassin's Creed is that a lot of the, like, I feel like it's very rare that we get, like, a truly, like, we haven't gotten a truly perfect Assassin's Creed game. Like, because, like, we got AC1, which has a fantastic story, but has pretty mediocre gameplay. We have AC2, which has, it's pretty much the same thing. Mediocre gameplay, but fantastic story. AC Brotherhood is, like, a far superior gameplay. I'm not perfect, but I mean, it's superior gameplay. Oh, fuck off! Really? Really? There's a fucking random boar comes out of nowhere? But, it's superior gameplay to the previous two. But then the story is lackluster. I mean, like, not lackluster. I think the main story is kind of... It's not as good as the previous two, but then again, we also have a... I think, actually, to be honest, it's probably around the same level as AC1, probably a little bit lower. By the way, I mean, it's an okay overall main narrative, but then the modern day is fantastic. Then we got Revelations, which is, again, fantastic narrative. Okay-ish gameplay. Again, I mean, say, a little bit worse. I mean, seem to worse than Brotherhood. Then we got 3, which is really has neither. Which AC3 doesn't have good gameplay or really good narrative. I mean, again, it has good narrative. Like, it has great ideas, and it has some decent execution, but most of the execution is terrible. But whatever, we'll talk about it when we play AC3. Then 4 has really good gameplay, really good story, but again, the mission structure is just abysmal. For the main story. Then we got, I mean, essentially, I'm trying to really go through all these, but essentially what I'm saying is that I think every single game has, like, a major flaw. And, oh yeah, we're about to get the leap of faith. Which, to be honest, this wasn't even something I wasn't even paying attention to the first time we were playing. I didn't even realize it until, like, after I saw Lasers complain about it, and he posted on his Twitter. I was like, oh yeah, I wasn't even thinking about it. They did do the leap of faith. I didn't even fucking pay attention. I mean, again, like, I'm not as big of a... I wasn't as big of a stickler on this in the game, in the main story, because it's like, whatever, they're just doing it for dramatic effect, whatever, and also, it's like, yeah, who cares? But here, where it's like, it's blatantly part of the story that they're doing a leap of faith, even though it's already been explicitly said that the leap of faith was a tradition carried on by Magi's. I think this is dumb, but whatever. And again, the thing that
the order have your scent and mine.
And this is another thing, is that, like, people complain, like, oh, people could have done that jump before, but it's like, the thing about that is, again, this is a narrative. This isn't real life. This is a narrative that's supposed to tell you what you need to know, and, like, everything that you don't know isn't important. That's essentially what a narrative is for. Like, I mean, like, again, like, the narrative is the story that they're telling you, and, like, within a story, you should, like, every piece of, like, again, like Chekhov's gun, where it's like everything should be important to the story. So the fact that, like, it doesn't matter if people did leaps of faith in, like, normal life in Assassin's Creed. It's just dumb. It's just a dumb fucking thing that's a thing. That everyone just did fucking leaps of faith, even though it later becomes a major fucking part of Assassin's tradition.
Follow me.
It's so dumb.
I've done it from higher.
Hey, you!
And again, that line also fucks me up. Because it's like, okay, Darius, whatever. I guess he came from Persia. He could have learned it from the Magi. Who the fuck knows? Like, he could have, like, maybe traveled to Egypt at some point. It's not that far away. Maybe he could have seen some Magi, learned the fucking thing. But then, like, the line that Cassandra says right after that, I've done it from higher. It's like, well, fuck off, man. Because obviously that implies that, again, canonically, that she did do it from higher, which also means that she has also done the leap of faith, even though, again, it's supposed to be a tradition from Magi's. But whatever, who fucking cares? I don't care.
We will.
Actually, it's even been like what, over a month and a half since this came out, since episode 2 here. What's today's date? I kind of okay, it's 7th. Yeah, so yeah, because I think this came out January 20th or something like that, right?
After Macedonia, but before here, what were you and Atakas doing?
Surviving.
Yeah, thank you for that exposition.
Hoping I would entertain you with grand tales from my legendary.
It's like that was again. That's something this game does so often. It's like such blatant exposition.
Stayed away from
I feel like that's. I mean, to be honest, a lot of things do that though. But still, that line that okay after Macandia but before Akia, it's like what the fuck are we doing? Okay, like essentially, okay. Should I just talk about like the downsides of every Assassin's Creed game because that's kind of what I was leaning towards anyway. So again, Assassin's Creed 1 downside gameplay is terrible. Not terrible. Is mediocre. The repetition of the fucking. What the fuck is he doing? He's not even doing anything. But the repetition of the essentially the mission structure is really bad. Which again, I think mission structure is a flaw in almost every Assassin's Creed game. I think the only one that I don't have a problem with the mission structure is AC Origins, right?
Soldier, not Natakas.
keep looking.
And even Origins, I mean, again, I'm not a big fan of the Aya stuff, so, I don't know. Fuck. So... there we go. No, here it is. So, yeah, AC2, again, mission structure is kinda... I mean, it's fine for the first, like, 5 sequences. Once you go to Venice, it gets completely fucked, the mission structure. And,
Leading up to the mountains. Let's go.
I'm trying to think. I'm only gonna mention major flaws. I'm not gonna go too in depth when talking about this because I mean, there's a lot of like minor things I can talk about, and that's the thing that I kind of have a problem with doing that top 10 videos. That I'm not gonna be able to go super in depth. I don't feel like because if I do, it'll become like a fucking hour-long video, if not more.
There were guards at the bridge. Didn't you see? It was too
Either way, I mean, like,
Atakas would know better.
yeah, as I said, like AC Brotherhood. Problem with that is the main story is just kind of eh. That and also the sequence 4 is it? Yeah, sequence 4 is like a really clusterfuck of a sequence. Same thing with Revelation sequence
I can see
3.
that.
Is it in Revelations?
Cut them down, Cassandra.
Yeah, it's 3, right? Is it the clusterfuck one? Which again, I mean, obviously this is like kind of a thing in Assassin's Creed, just because they feel the need to. Obviously, this is the thing that games do in general, but it's like the weird thing about Assassin's, like I feel like the weird thing about like Brotherhood and Assassin's Creed Revelation is that like these tutorial sections don't feel like they belong, especially in Brotherhood. I feel like Brotherhood's just, it's like, what the fuck are we doing? It's like a lot of these like Brotherhood missions that you end up doing. It's like, why are we doing this all? Like all in a row, and then also same thing with like the Da Vinci stuff. It's like it's just a long period where you're not doing anything actually important to the overall narrative. What am I doing? Am I supposed to be fighting these guys or no? I don't think I am. Yeah, he's like fucking 400 away, so... okay. Yeah, Revelations, again, biggest flaw there is, again, gameplay is kind of just more, like, more of the same, but just not even as good as, Brotherhood. To be honest, I think I think in terms of like, for me at least, in terms of the game with the least amount of flaws, for me it might be Revelations, to be honest. Even though it's not my favorite in the series, like I think it's the one that's the least flawed out of the entire series. Yeah, I think. And yeah, I already said my problems with 3. Again, it's just, it does almost everything wrong. 4, again, the biggest problem, as I said, is the mission structure. Then we get the Rogue, which... Rogue is just so fucking weird. I mean, again, I liked Rogue when it first came out, but it's like, in retrospect, it's like, what the fuck is Rogue? It's like, it's such a weird game. Because it's like, because people keep on saying, oh my god, it shows the Templar side, it's the, it's like, really all they did is swap the assassins for the Templars, and then stuck with like the cartoony sort, not even cartoony necessarily, but the one-sided sort of perspective that was shown in like 2 and Brotherhood, that I didn't love in 2 and Brotherhood. Is one of the main complaints I have with the narrative of 2 and Brotherhood, is the fact that that it's so one-sided, where the assassins are shown to be the good guys. Again, the Borgia are kind of these like cartoon-esque villains, where they're very like kind of, they're dicks for the sake of being a dick and everything. I wouldn't say evil for the sake of being, because they're not really evil, right? I mean, I don't know. I guess, I don't know. Who knows? But either way, they're very villainous just for the sake of being villains, though. They're not really. There's no real motivation behind it. No real. Like, I don't know. They're just there. I mean, and they're not like, their side isn't told. Okay, isn't that weird too? Who is this kid again? Yeah, why isn't Natakas with a kid?
Natakas.
You're late.
Am I?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's, oh my god, this is so bad too. The fact that it's like, even if you're not, even if you are playing as like the Cassandra that says, oh yeah, I'm doing it for the bloodline, that sort of stuff, it's like, she's so giggly and everything when like Natakas is around and everything. It's so dumb.
The truth is, I'm here because your father contacted me.
Yeah, fuck you. Fuck Natakas. What a fucking asshole.
My son.
There's something else.
We need to find my mother.
There are still people who
Yeah, something else I want to know is, like, when is Fate of Atlantis going to take place? Is it going to take place before
The
this?
soldiers took them to a fort.
I have a feeling that's a possibility, right? Because, again, like, canonically, the Isu storyline takes place in 421 BCE, the year after the family storyline ends. And again, the Fate of Atlantis is obviously going to be connected to that Isu storyline, because that is Atlantis.
I should go to
So obviously it's going to take place after that, but it's like, how far after that? Because again, this is 10 years after that.
I see them.
Oh no, this is where the frame rate dropped all the time last time. Oh my god, it'll be so funny if it does the same thing again. If you don't know what happened, the first time I played this game on the channel, it's at the end of episode 1 of... Oh no, actually no, what episode was it? Legacy of First Blade, episode 9, part 9 of that Let's Play, which was the first part of this, of episode 2. Watch it. It's funny. The ending. It's like everything just froze the fuck up, and it's so funny. And it was like going at like, what, like 2 frames a second, if that? No, not even 2 frames a second. I think that's being way too... Like, it's literally going at like 1 frame every, like, I don't know. Like maybe 1 frame every 3 seconds or so. It was so weird. Ah, shit. What the fuck? I was holding the assassination button. Alright, it doesn't look like we're getting any frame rate issues yet. Okay. But, Yeah, Rogue is just so weird. I mean, like, I really don't even know how to... Like, again, that's... And Rogue also, I mean, when it comes to mission structure, it's pretty boring. It's not necessarily bad. It's just, it's boring. I mean, it's... again, like, I don't think the mission structure is that... I mean, like, again, like, when comparing it to 4, I actually think it's an improvement. I mean, there's a couple, like, ship tailing missions and stuff, but it's, like, for the most part, it's fine. But I guess it's just kind of boring. I mean, I actually, now you think about it, there are a couple missions that just feel unnecessary. Like the mission with Jack Weeks is there for like no fucking reason. I mean, I know it's there for like they create this BS excuse to use it, but it's like there's not really a reason for it. Either way, Unity again. Unity, I actually enjoy Unity a lot more than most people. But obviously, there's issues. Obviously, the fact that there's pretty much no modern day. The fact that Fuck. No, dickhead. Okay, cool. Cool. Actually, to be honest, I'm trying to think of Unity's major flaws. To be honest, I don't have... I mean, again, I think... I don't know. I mean, I don't know. To be honest, I think I just like Unity more than most people, I feel like. I mean, the thing is, like, I'm trying to think of Unity's major flaws. I mean, again, its narrative isn't the strongest in the world, but to be honest, I don't mind its narrative. I mean, it's... And then, like, again, modern day not being there is, like, kind of the biggest thing for me. Yeah, I mean, I'm mostly fine with Unity, to be honest. I mean, I'm trying to think. I mean, obviously, stealth system is kind of shit. I think it's, like, I mean, at least it's something. I mean, again, it's something that the other games didn't have, is a real stealth system. So, I mean, they had social stealth, but I mean, so did Unity. So, I mean, at least they tried to implement this other stealth system, but again, I understand why people don't like it. But actually, I mean, like, I like the combat. I like, I don't know, I like most of the stuff in Unity from a gameplay perspective as well. I mean, after the patches. And then...
You're back.
Syndicate, I mean, again, obviously, Syndicate, narrative-wise, it sucks. Again, gameplay-wise, it's pretty bad, too, with the really arcadey sort of combat system, the rope launcher, it's... Yeah, I mean, it's not great. I mean, to be honest, again, I do think Syndicate is one of those, like, when I don't play it, I think of it less of it on than I do when I'm actually playing it. Because I think when I'm actually playing Syndicate, I don't hate it. But I think, like, just like when because I mean, there's a period where I think I said Syndicate was my least favorite in the series, and I feel like, again, I played it, and that was before I replayed it twice for the channel. Like once at the beginning of last year, another time in like September, and like both times during those replays, I kind of realized that I like Syndicate. I mean, again, it's still a bottom tier Assassin's Creed game. It's towards the bottom, but I mean, I don't hate it. Yeah, that's why it's like what I mean, like if I were to do the list right now, and if I were to do my Assassin's Creed list right now, the list is Brotherhood, Origins, Brotherhood, Origins 4. Revelations 2, Unity, 3, Syndicate, 1. And again, 1 is tough. 1 could go up 2 spots, or it could be where it is. I don't know. That one's tough. And then Rogue, and then... And to us, I think 3 is going to be... replaying 3 is going to be a determining factor here. But then, or Odyssey at the bottom. Like with 1 and... Because the thing is, I think it's either 1 and 3 could swap spots. Now,
Suffering because the order is looking for us.
The thing is, does Syndicate go above 1 at that point? I don't think it does. The thing about...
We have to do something. Isn't this what
yeah, the more I'm thinking about it, though, maybe I should do it differently, where it's maybe after Unity, I should have 1 Syndicate, 3 Rogue. And the thing about, because this is the thing, and this is my debate with 3, is that I think it has some of the best moments in the entire franchise. It has a lot of stuff with Hatham, which is fantastic. It has certain modern day things, a lot. There's also a lot bad in the modern day, but I mean, there's certain things in the modern day, like the the Return to Abstergo, which again is rushed and is done very poorly for what it could have been, but what it is still something that's really cool.
You'll be free to leave the Greek world.
And I don't know. I mean, like I don't, and I don't know, like Connor and his stuff with during the final sequence with Charles Lee. I think that's a fun sequence.
I'll keep an eye out for the others.
But
See you soon, Cassandra.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's tough. I think 3 is tough because again, it has some of the highest highs for me in the franchise, but also has probably the lowest lows. Like, I mean, a lot of these shoehorned fucking Revolutionary War missions are terrible. A lot of the, I mean, just really, the entire fucking map is terrible. A lot of the fucking characters are terrible. I mean, I don't know. Again, I think it'll be interesting to play through because I haven't done the Homestead missions in a very long time. I haven't done the Peg Leg missions in a very long time. I haven't played Tyranny of King Washington in a very long time. Dang it, I didn't like Tyranny of King Washington. But either way, I did like the other 2 things I mentioned. So, I mean, I don't know. I think it'll be interesting, but we'll see how it goes. Alright. Sorry, I'm moving around a bit here. Okay. So what are we doing now? So again, same mission structure, like I was saying, 3 missions. Where is this? Oh, it's right there. So, I mean, that's the tough thing with 3. And also, in my opinion, 3 is pretty boring gameplay. And to be honest, the same thing with Rogue. I mean, yeah, I do think, for me, I do think 4 is better in the sense that, I mean, Rogue, actually, I think I'm maybe discrediting Rogue here, but I mean, I think 3 is really, obviously, the worst out of those 3 games in terms of gameplay. Because, I mean, to be fair to Rogue, it is more a Black Flag with, like, minor improvements, but also kind of a downgrade in terms of other things. Like, it's, like, improvements in some things, downgrades in other things. Kind of similar to, like, Origins to Odyssey. It's kind of like that sort of thing, where it's like, there's certain things that are better here in Odyssey than in Origins in terms of the combat system, like the skills. I think that's something that is... What the fuck was that? Wait, what the fuck? This is a thing? How did I not know that was a thing until now? But either way, yeah, like, I think there's the fact that ammo crafting is better here. I mean, again, there's things that are better, but there's also things that are worse. So yeah. And then, like, again, like, I think Syndicate, not Syndicate, what, AC1, again, is tough for me because it's, like, it's such a disparity between narrative, which is fantastic in AC1, to gameplay, which is pretty poor. Again, the assassination missions are fun, though even then, like, you're really restricted on what you can do. Like, there's no air assassinations, there's no assassination from benches, or anything like that. I mean, again, like, most of the things that you know Assassin's Creed for, like, they're not in Assassin's Creed 1. Like, assassinations from, oh my god, I can't fucking pronounce it. Whatever. Either way, most types of stealth assassinations don't exist in AC1. The only type that does is literally just walking behind a person and stabbing them. Either that or going to actual combat. So, I don't know. It's like AC1's tough. I mean, like, really, at this point, like, I think all Assassin's Creed games are pretty clunky to play up until 4. I mean, again, I think the original engine games, they're all pretty clunky. I think 3 has some clunkiness to it, though. I mean, to be fair, 3, I think, is better, like, certainly more playable now than 1 through Revelations. I mean, if you were to play it for the first time, talking about... That being said, again, I think the narrative really carries those games, 1 through Revelations. And then also, it's still not bad enough to the point where it's like it's not playable. Like, it's not like AC1 is unplayable or AC2. Actually, yeah, but either way, it's not like they're unplayable.
Our forces are monitoring the ships in and out of Achaea.
I just realized that. I never actually thought about that until now, but I own fucking 4 copies of AC2, don't I? I just realized that. Because I have AC2 on PS3, 360, I have it on the Ezio collection, I also have it on PC, like a physical disc PC. That isn't even playable, I don't think. Because I think you need a code for it. I've never even tried to play it, but it's just something I have laying around. But I kind of forgot about that. No, I have 2 copies of AC1, 3 copies of Brotherhood, 3 copies of Revelations. When I get the digital copy of 3, I would technically have 3 copies of 3. I have, what, 3 copies of 4. I have 2 copies of Rogue. And then Syndicate Unity Origins Odyssey, I only have 1, but thankfully. Yeah, it's kind of funny though. I never actually thought about that. Yeah, I own 4 fucking copies of AC2. Should we end? Yeah, let's end. We'll end the episode here. We'll do one more today. But for now, thank you for watching.